guys, welcome back to my channel, The Chapter Chatter. So if you're new to my channel, I create videos related to bookish things, movies, web series and all. So if you are pretty interested to it, please subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends and family so that we can always move on as a family, right? So as you would have seen in the thumbnail, today we are going to be talking about 5 books that can make you feel good. Feel good in the sense, something, in Netflix, Prime and all, we have feel-good movies. When you watch those movies, what's the feeling that you get? Oh my god, yeah, that's good, right? So in today's video, I'll be talking about 5 books that can make you feel good and happy. Like that kind of books. So if you are pretty interested to it and you want to know which books I'm going to suggest, keep watching this video. We'll be coming to that as soon as possible. So before starting today's video, I'll be starting it with a pinch of positive thoughts. So what I want to say is that when you feel like you want to stop or when you start procrastinating, just think that why you started. There will be a very pretty good answer for that. There will be a reason why you started particular thing. Think about that, then you will never procrastinate or never stop doing what you have been doing. So I hope that helped you a bit. So let's get in the video. So the first book that I'll be talking about in today's video will be Wonder by R.J. Palacio. Okay, one more thing. In today's video, I'll be talking about 5 books. As I told, all these books I've reviewed individually so that in that you will be having a wide explanatory review. So if you want to watch that, I'll link it below. Okay. So Wonder is a great book by R.J. Palacio. It's talk about a boy named August. August is the honor of the purest heart in the world. Guys, I love August more than anything. The character in this book, his face is deformed, and how in this book it talks about how he is going through the struggles and ups and downs of his life. So he's been homeschooled by his mom for his entire life, and suddenly he's going to school. He's going to meet a lot of people, teachers, students, and also in this book we can know about the situations that he's going through. So heart touching, and there is a movie for this. It's available in Netflix. Please do watch it after reading it, okay? Because it's such a great movie too, because one of the movies I liked as an adaptation, it is great. And this book, I love August as a person so much because he talks about things and his mind is so much of purity. And this book too, it's well written, great. R.J. Palacio did a great job. So that's my first suggestion. That's Wonder by R.J. Palacio. The next book that we'll be talking about is Buried Thoughts, One Life, Many Stories by Joseph Anankuti Jose. So I've read this book like long time ago, and I've done the review like the starting of my channel. I'll link it below anyway. So oh my god guys, Joseph Anankuti Jose is an RJ and he is a Keralite too. And in this book, we can hear stories or we can read short stories, his life experiences, his childhood, adulthood, school life, college life, every single thing that, and its ups and downs in his life. More of a, relatable story and more of like an autobiography, but we can't say it's an autobiography. It's different. The format and everything's different. It's more of short stories and things that we really can relate to, and I love him a lot. His way of speaking, the motivation he gives is great, and in this book it's well said, and I really liked him more in this book. So I knew him before, and after that I started reading this book, and oh my god, I even reread this book. I usually don't reread this book unless it's Harry Potter, but this book was great, amazing. I really loved it. And the language is so simple, and if you are not that well versed in one language and if you really want to read it, means this is a go-to book. If you are a beginner in English and you have to read books that can make you literate about some more of new words and stuff, this can help you more than anything. And each person's life is a grand sum of 1,000 tales told and untold, with its uphills and downhills and with its bleakness and magnificence. So it's a small part from the summary. That's exactly what it is. It's Joseph Anankuti Jose's life's ups and downs and his experiences and everything put in just a small book. So, I will really suggest this book to anyone who's watching this video. It's not gonna, disappoint you anyway. Maybe you don't like the way the story is. It differs according to people, right? But I really liked it. If you really like this taste of me in books, I really have a taste in books. Sometimes I like fiction and contemporary is more my preference, but sometimes it varies. So if for you, if you like that kind of things, maybe this can really be a great. I laughed, cried, and oh my god, this was a mixed emotion, great book. And yeah, so let's move on to the next suggestion. So the next book in my suggestion is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. So I've done a review for it, and this was one of my recent reads, and oh my god, such a great book. You guys notice I love fictional books, I enjoy it a lot, but there are some times where I really want something more into reality, more contemporary kind of thing. So in this, the author talks about two girls, Kath and Ren, and they're twins. Okay, guess who's twins right here? I've never been with any twin people or something, so I've never had a relationship with them. But in this book, after reading it, I came to know how much, thick their relationship is, and how much obstacles come into their life. Oh my god, this is such a great book. So Kath and Ren are entirely different characters. Kath is like a, that pretty girl in your school, that silent kind of girl, and Ren is that very talkative, that kind of girl, and I really liked it. This was a book which made me laugh, cry, and mixed emotions at the same time. If you are a person who wants that thrilling feeling, go check it out. This is great. This talks about college life, okay. Not that much relating for me, but still kind of a great book. And Fangirl, the title, our Kath is, fan fiction writer or author, and she talks about her fan fiction experience where people are fan of hers and they don't know it's her, and oh my god, all these crazy stuff is going on. I really like this book. You can see that from my voice, right? I'm kind of excited whenever I speak about this book. So I'll read the summary just a bit for you. Kath and Ren are identical twins, and until recently they did absolutely everything together. Now they're off to university, and Ren's decided she doesn't want to be one half of a pair anymore. So as I told, Ren is kind of a, no, I don't want to be that kind of girl, and she want to be different from Kath, just not a twin anymore, that kind of thing. Kath, of course, is hurt, but there is things that's gonna change. This book is great. Go check it out. I don't want any kind of spoilers to get in this video because I want you to get that amazing feeling. So go check it out. This is great. So the next book. You will be laughing. Okay, I'm suggesting this. This is Anne Frank. Anne Frank by Anne Frank. Yeah, this is a diary of a young girl by Anne Frank. You know who Anne Frank is. You know all about this book. I've already done a review. Even though you know, right? You've studied about her in your history class, of course. She, as I told in Wonder, is in honor of the purest heart I've ever read in a book. And this is kind of a great book, guys. I love her so much. She's such a sweet girl. So as you know, this diary's name is Kit. Kit is the diary's name given by Anne, and Anne is kind of a person that we all think of as a friend. So I personally will of course choose Anne Frank as a friend in my school life because she's such a great person, such a caring person, and as you know, it's written during the time of World War II and all, and you know what all this historical stuff. So if you're pretty interested to that and like to do some more research about history and all, this is a great book, okay. More than a diary entry, you can know about each and everything from the person's life. So okay, I'll tell you something. Generally we study a lot of stuff in history and all, but personally when we know it from a person's personal life, it's gonna be more understandable. So if you're a person more into that kind of things and all, this is gonna be great. And as you know, Anne Frank is really a person who we all think as a role model. Most of the people have read this book and was fallen in love with it, so as I am, and I really liked it. Go check it out. If you haven't, okay, I know most of you have read this book or have it with you and haven't read. If you have it, go read it. No doubt in that. If you don't have it, go buy it. Okay, that's what I meant. So the summary is that The Diary of a Young Girl is a singular moving look at World War II from a young girl's perspective. And Frank couldn't have known when she wrote these words. So I just read the small lines of it, okay, just to let you know about what it is. So as I told before, everyone's perspective differs. A general perspective that we have all learned in our classes is going to be completely different when we know about the particular situation from another person's personal life. This is a great book. Go check it out. So, my last suggestion, one of my favorite books. So, there are a lot of books which are on my favorites list, and this is one of it, and that is The Sun is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. In most of my videos, I talk about this book because I am in love with this book. I was in love with this book. At times I forget that I have read this book, but still, this is a book that blew my mind, guys. This is a story of one day where this girl and guy meets and everything changes. So Natasha and Daniel are the main characters of this book, and in this book you can get the perspective of Natasha, Daniel, and the universe. By the universe, the author means the general perspective. Guys, for a story, there will be your perspective, my perspective, and the story, right? Like that, here we have Natasha's perspective, Daniel's perspective, and the universe perspective. Such a great book if you are looking forward to thoughts and mind-proving things and something that can really change you. This book, the speciality is that we understands a lot of things and grabs a lot of things in our mind without knowing it. Some books are there, right? We know that it's going to be knowledgeable, it's going to teach us a lot of things. But this book, I chose it as a read, like just a simple read, but this taught me a lot of things. Go check it out if you're that kind of person who want to know about this world and the thoughts and everything. It's great. It talks about a lot of relationships, the value of keeping the relationship strong and all. So, as you say, these 5 books, that is The Sun is Also a Star and The Diary of a Young Girl, Fangirl, Buried Thoughts, and Wonder are my top 5 lists for you if you want to make your day happy. So these books, some are a bit long, some are a bit short. So, pages doesn't matter, and never ever judge a book by its cover. I hope all of you guys are happy and sound at home. Take care. We are gonna be, the old no COVID-19 time is gonna come as soon as possible. So I love you guys so much. Bye.